Hey guys, in today's video, I'll be showcasing Tatsugiri EX from the Surging Sparks expansion set. Tatsugiri EX is a basic dragon type Terra Pokemon with a measly 160 HP. Its first attack, Surprise Pump, is not half bad. For 1 fire and 1 water energy, it deals 100 damage. While the damage output is quite low, this is an unblockable attack since it ignores any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. But what makes this Pokemon unique is its second attack, Cinnabar Lure. For 1 fire, 1 water, and 1 dark energy, you look at the top 10 cards of your deck, and you may put any number of Pokemon you find there straight to your bench. You do need to keep in mind that your Pokemon needs to be in the deck and not in your hand for you to put them into play. Additionally, just so we'll have a higher chance of success to keep our bench empty, I only have 1 copy of Tatsugiri EX in the deck. This will also ensure that we can always start with it at the beginning of the game. A lot of players have already showcased a combination of Hydreigon EX or Dragapult EX, but today I'm playing something a little bit more unique. First off, I'll be playing a combination of Froslass, Garganacl, and Aegislash. Froslass with a Freezing Shroud ability can punish your opponent's Pokemon with abilities on them, putting 1 damage counters to each of them every Pokemon checkup. And although this also damages our Pokemon with abilities, this is where Garganacl comes in. Thanks to its Blessed Salt ability, all of your Pokemon can heal 20 damage every Pokemon checkup. So this will work to cancel out any damage we receive from our own Froslass. And then I also have Aegislash with the Mysterious Shield ability. This will prevent any attack damage done to it by Pokemon EX or Pokemon V. Sometimes this can even help you win games automatically, especially if your opponent cannot get through its defenses. And not only that, Aegislash also has a really powerful attack. For 1 metal and 1 colorless energy, it deals 120 unblockable damage. But with just these 3, you will not be able to win a lot of matchups. Which is why I also have Greninja EX. It just fits really well in the deck since we already play water energies. It has 2 powerful attacks. The first one is Shinobi Blade. It can hit for 170 damage for just a single water energy. And not only that, you may also search your deck for any 1 card. And the second attack, Mirage Barrage, allows you to deal 120 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. This is an easy way of getting multiple prizes. Despite having powerful Pokemon in your deck, however, your success greatly depends on whether or not you can fully power up Tatsugiri EX's attack the moment you have the opportunity to attack. Otherwise, Tatsugiri will probably just get knocked out and you will instantly lose the game. So to easily power up our attacks, we will need the help of Sparkling Crystal, a spec card. If attached to your Terra Pokemon, it will act as 1 energy of every type. Additionally, the Town Store Stadium will help to increase probability of finding the Sparkling Crystal from our deck, which is why I have a full set of this in the deck. And then Crispin will get you the rest of your energies. This will allow you to search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards of different types. The first one you put into your hand, and the second you attach to 1 of your Pokemon. I do also have another way of energizing Tatsugiri EX's attack, and it is with the help of the Snorlax doll. You can only put this into play during the beginning setup phase. It acts as a colorless Pokemon with 120 HP, however, if your opponent knocks it out, they get no prizes. You can use this as your opening Pokemon in the active spot, while you have Tatsugiri EX on the bench. You can then use the Technical Machine Turbo Energize. This will allow the Snorlax doll to use the Turbo Energize attack. For 1 colorless energy, you can search your deck for 2 basic energies and then attach them to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. As for the other cards worth noting, since we only have 1 basic Pokemon in the deck, most likely your opponent will be drawing more cards at the beginning of the game because of all the mulligans you'll be receiving. But to take advantage of that, I added a copy of Xeraosik's Machinations. This will force your opponent to discard cards from their hand until they only have 3 cards remaining. I also have a copy of Bravery Charm. In some cases, adding 50 more HP to Tatsugiri EX when it matters can help it survive a hit, giving you another chance to search for Pokemon to set up on your bench. And finally, I also have Counter Gain. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, attacks used by the Pokemon this card is attached to will cost 1 colorless energy less. This is a great way for powering up our attackers. In my opinion, Tatsugiri EX would actually be great if it wasn't for the randomness of what you'll end up getting from the top 10 cards of your deck. Half the time you'll just end up getting the worst Pokemon combination on your bench. Although I do want to mention that I have a couple of Reuniclus in this build as well, more for its Summoning Gate attack. It has a similar effect as Tatsugiri EX's attack, but you only look at the top 8 cards of your deck rather than the 10. This can be your backup to set up more Pokemon on your bench. But again, just like Tatsugiri EX, it is random to what you'll get. But overall, what can I say about Tatsugiri EX? Honestly, you can literally just play any deck you want, even stage 2 decks. just as they were intended to be played, and you'll probably have 100% more success than this deck. In my opinion, what Tatsugiri EX really offers to the table is nothing more than a challenge for players to explore. It is fun, but it is also frustrating at the same time. It's just a really bad engine to use to set up your Pokemon on your bench. But what do you guys think of Tatsugiri EX? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, that's pretty much it. You can find the complete deck list in the description below. And now please enjoy the following gameplay videos showcasing Tatsugiri EX. Before we get into the video, I have a small request. If you're liking the content I create, please leave a like to this video and please support this channel by subscribing if you haven't already. This is a small click for you, but for me, it means a lot. Thank you so much for all of your support. Alright, on to our first match. We got a Tatsugiri from our opening hand. And we didn't even have to mulligan. That's very surprising. But we are going first, which means we can't use our supporter card. But we do have all the energies that we need to fully power up Tatsugiri EX. We got a Town Store. All we can really do is just attach an energy and give it to my opponent. I just hope they cannot attack on their first turn going second. At least next turn we can use Crispin, or even just get Sparkling Crystal and then attach one more energy. We can start using Cinnabar Lure. You're gonna use a Yono, okay? Hey, we actually got Sparkling Crystal, but we also have Crispin. And having already one energy on Tatsugiri is great. I'm probably just gonna use Bravery Charm to add HP. That's gonna give us a higher probability of being able to set up more Pokemon on our bench. But my opponent is setting up nicely. They also have Precious Trolley. So now they have a full bench. This is a rogue deck of some sort. They have Giratina V. They also have Mewtwo. And Latias EX for free retreats. Okay. They're gonna use Smoochum, Delightful Kiss. For 0 energy, they search their deck for up to 2 Psychic Energies. And they're going to attach it to Giratina V. Okay. Gotta judge, but we have to use Crispin here. And we need Fire and Dark Energy. Okay. Now we can use Cinnabar Lure. Hopefully we can set up a full bench here. Let's go ahead and use it. And we just got one! Man. Alright, we got an Eggy Slash at least. We can block off Giratina V's attacks, but if they manage to use the instant knockout, we're just gonna get knocked out. But their Mewtwo can also attack. They're just going to energize their Pokemon again, and they're gonna energize Mewtwo. Okay, so now it's our turn again. I'm gonna use Judge. I'm gonna use Cinnabar Lure one more time. Okay, we got Counter Gain, but I don't like these stage 2s in my hand. And we got Greninja EX. Okay. We're just getting one Pokemon every time. This is ridiculous. And that's why I don't like Tatsugiri EX. It's so random. Unlike Orbeetle of old, that one was perfect. You can just set up a full bench. It was a guarantee. But anyways. Okay, so my opponent will attach the Hourglass to Mewtwo. And it deals 130 damage. And then the first one, it's a Reflective Bear. Okay. So they're just going to attack for 130. And okay. So they have a single price attacker that deals 130. And then they can reattach those energies that are discarded. So I'm going to use Cinnabar Lure one more time. And we got Garganacl and 2 Frostlass. Alright. At least we got a full bench with Tatsugiri EX. But you know what? That was 3 turns, which is pretty ridiculous. But I'm not complaining. At least we got this far. And we survived an attack, which is great. Let's see how far this takes us. So, setting up Garganacl with Frostlass. What is this? Time? Natu's HP. Okay. What is Natu's HP? Dude. Did you guys know you can actually look at your opponents? Go with 50. Well, they already have one in their hand, in their bench actually. We didn't have to flip through Zatu's pre-evolution, so they're gonna attack with Mewtwo, knocking out our Tatsugiri EX. Okay, that will get them 2 prizes. But we can attack with Greninja EX as well. We can use Crispin to get our energy. But do let me know in the comments below, guys, which ability takes precedence? Is it Garganacl or Frostlass? For now, I'm going to use Crispin. I'm just going to energize Greninja and then put the Metal Energy to Aegislash. So both our attackers will be ready to go. I'm just going to use Shinobi Blade to get a knockout against Mewtwo. And we're going to get one card from our deck. So I think I'm going to go with Xerosic's Machinations. We can disrupt our opponent's hand. We take one prize. We got another Crispin. Alright. But yeah, I always get confused with Blessed Salt and the Freezing Shroud ability. Can I take damage first and then heal with Garganacl? Or is there like a rule that has to be the damage first before any heal between Pokemon checkup? Because both abilities occur during Pokemon checkup. But do let me know in the comments below, guys, if you know the answer to that question. So my opponent now has Giratina V in their active. Both their Zatus are fully functional. They will Iono. We will use Xerosic's Machinations. The only way they can knock out Greninja EX with Giratina V is if they evolve and get an instant knockout, but they need 10 cards in their Lost Zone, which they don't have. So they're gonna have 3 Zatus? Okay, 160 dealt to our Greninja EX, but we are healing 20 with Garganacl. And slowly but surely, all of their Pokemon with abilities are taking damage from our Frostlass. So we're looking pretty good. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna discard Snorlax Doll because we don't need it. We got Dark and Fire Energy. And I'm just gonna slowly but surely energize Greninja EX. Gonna attack with Shinobi Blade, deal 170, and I'm gonna go with Boss Orders. Alright. But you know what? I really like the combination of Garganacl and Frostlass. We did take a knockout against their Zatu, thanks to Frostlass ability. And I'm just happy that our own Pokemon with abilities are not dying, because Garganacl just cancels out Frostlass's damage counters. There it is. Giratina VSTAR is finally in play. They will use Lost Impact, and it's enough to deal a knockout blow against Greninja EX. So they'll take 2 more prizes for that, but that's okay. Aegislash will be able to knock out their Giratina VSTAR, and then we don't have to worry about instant knockouts against Aegislash, and we can just prevent any damage from their V or EX Pokemon. So with that, we're gonna use Hard Bashing, knocking out their Giratina VSTAR. We get 2 prizes, and we're looking pretty good. They don't have any other attackers. They could be using a single price attacker, energize it with their Zatu, and if they have another Mewtwo, I mean, it is a possibility. It is a possibility that it can knock out Aegislash, and we're gonna have a hard time setting up other Pokemon. I mean, they have Mewtwo EX, okay. That's an EX Pokemon though. Aegislash will be immune to any damage from EX or V, so I'm okay with that. If it was the baby Mewtwo, that's a different story, but I'm okay with that. We're gonna use Lost Vacuum. Probably take away our counter gain, but that's okay. We have all the energies that we need to power up Aegislash. So far they have 5 cards in the Lost Zone. There's the baby Mewtwo, but no energies on it, so we should still be safe. And they're just gonna use Delightful Kiss, okay. I mean, with Mewtwo EX, they need a lot of energies to increase its attack damage output. But we will take a knockout on their Zatu again, and that's actually gonna seal the deal, guys. Because all we have to do is knock out their Smoochum, and we will win the game. There it is. Good game. Alright, on to our next match. Looks like we will be taking some mulligans here, which is expected. But even if you do start with the Snorlax doll, you still have to determine whether or not you can set up your Tatsugiri EX on your bench. You have to take 5 mulligans. Alright, we're gonna start with the Tatsugiri EX this time. Got Crispin, Fire Energy. Alright, we're looking pretty good. My opponent draws into 5 extra cards. They're gonna start with the Mimikyu, and we're going against Flygon EX. Okay. I think I'm just gonna attach the Fire Energy and Bravery Charm to increase my HP. We can use Crispin next turn anyways to fully energize our Tatsugiri EX, so we should be fine. My opponent will still take an extra turn before they can fully evolve to start attacking, so we should be safe another turn here. They will Iono us though. Oh man, we got a really bad hand here. I really needed that Crispin. We do have a Water Energy at least, but we can't use Cinnabar Lure. And now I regret attaching the Bravery Charm now because we do have a Town Store. Could have used the Sparkling Crystal with that. At least we got a Judge. I'm gonna attach the Water Energy. Use Judge. And Nest Ball. It's really not useful. I don't know if having 2 Tatsugiri EX would be good in the deck, but see what we can get with Town Star. Alright. Well, the Sparkling Crystal is priced anyway, so it's fine. And Surprise Pump can at least deal 100 damage to their Mimikyu. It is unblockable. I know it shows 0 damage when you try to attack, but it's still gonna go through Mimikyu's ability. Because if you didn't know, Safeguard ability blocks any damage from EX or V Pokemon, but Tatsugiri's attack just ignores all of that. Alright, at least we survive another turn. They were not able to evolve into Flygon EX. I'm just gonna get Earthen Vessel. Thankfully we got an Arven, and we just need a Dark Energy here. And just get another Metal Energy. Thin out our deck. Cinnabar Lure. Hey, we got a bunch of Pokemon. That's what I like to see. Alright, we got Eggy Slash, 2 Garganacl, and 1 Frostlass. And you see what I mean, guys? The abilities. I don't know what order is supposed to be. Does Frostlass deal damage first and then Garganacl heals? What's the order it's supposed to be? Hey, my opponent has not been able to evolve again. And they didn't even poison. They're probably afraid of knocking out Mimikyu, but thankfully we got Frostlass, so we just did that job. So we were able to take 1 prize for knocking out their Mimikyu. Thankfully we were able to deal that initial 100 damage with Tatsugiri EX. And I'm just gonna slowly power up Eggy Slash attack then. And Surprise Pump for another knockout against their Trapinch. Alright, we got another counter gain. We're getting doubles here. And alright, you know what? I like this. I like this start though, where Frostlass deals damage first and then Garganacl heals. I like it better that way, as opposed to the sequence from our other match. Garganacl healed first and then Frostlass dealt damage, which is pretty obnoxious, but it's fine. It's fine. We're doing pretty good. So, my opponent has not been able to evolve into their Flygon EX yet. And they're just gonna end their turn? Bro, okay, well, with the Hero's Cape, it is adding more HP to their Mimikyu. I'm just gonna take advantage of this opportunity then. And thankfully, we found Greninja EX with Cinnabar Lure this time around. So at least we got a chunkier Pokemon that we can use. And we do have Water Energy to attack with it, so we should be okay. But, you know, Tatsugiri EX is actually pretty useful because of its unblockable attack. It's a way to take care of this Mimikyu. So I'm probably just gonna retreat it next turn and then start attacking with Greninja. I They will use Iono though. We got an Arvin. But we lost our water energy. Alright, finally my opponent finds the rare candy and Flygon. How are they going to retreat Mimikyu? I mean, if they have a switch or maybe a Latias EX to give it 0 retreat cost. No, they don't have anything. Okay, well, we're just gonna continue to heal and deal damage to all Pokemon with abilities. Just gonna attach the energy on Aegislash. And then I'm gonna use Crispin. Use the opportunity to get these energies so that I can attach an energy to Greninja EX. Town Store for counter gain. And then I'm gonna surprise pump. And we're gonna knock out this Mimikyu. Alright, cool. So, with that, Tatsugiri EX is actually doing a lot here. This is a pure showcase, guys. Not only to set up your bench, but Tatsugiri EX has an awesome attack that goes through any defenses, which is pretty awesome. So for just a fire and water energy, 2 energies to attack for 100 is actually not half bad. Alright, here comes the true combo though. So with their Brute Bonnet, with the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, they poison both active Pokemon. Flygon EX also has Binding Mochi. While it's poisoned, it will increase the attack by 40 more damage. So they are dealing a lot here. Now, with Pidgeot EX in play, they can use Quick Search ability. They can search their deck for any one card. And that makes it a little bit more dangerous. They can get boss orders, target our Pokemon. But at least Aegislash can block their attacks, at least from Flygon EX. Although the poison is where it's gonna hurt us. But they have no way of increasing the poison though, so I think we should be okay. 170 damage with Flygon EX, and they're not gonna retreat, so they will retain the poison that deals 10 damage to them as well. Thankfully, we have 2 Garganacles to heal our Tatsugiri. That's insane. But now the sequence is changed. What is going on? Garganacle is now healing before Frostlass deals damage. I'm gonna retreat Tatsugiri EX to keep it alive, just in case we have to face off against their Mimikyu. But I'm gonna start attacking with Greninja EX. We do have our Sparkling Crystal. I'm gonna go with Mirage Barrage, and I'm just gonna knock out these 2, I think. Alright, we got 2 more prizes for that, and we're good to go. This Flygon EX is not knocking out our Greninja EX. It's not gonna knock it out that easily. And then we have boss's orders, so that's pretty much the end game, guys. And with the Sparkling Crystal on Greninja EX, we can even attack for 0 energies, technically. That's insane. So we just have to boss their Brute Bonnet, knock it out, and win the game. They will boss my Tatsugiri EX, though. They're not gonna lose this game without a fight. So they will knock out my Tatsugiri EX with Flygon. At least they'll get 2 prizes before they end this match. But we pretty much have this. Frostlass is definitely doing its work. And the Garganacle is keeping our Pokemon alive despite getting those damage counters. So they're just going to attack with Flygon EX, knocking out Tatsugiri. They get their 2 prizes, but that's going to be game. Alright, not too bad. This is a pretty awesome showcase, actually. I really like the combination of Frostlass and Garganacle. So now it's our turn. I'm just gonna target their Brute Bonnet. Shinobi Blade for a knockout. Alright, not too bad. Good game, good game. Alright, on to our final match. Do we need to take a mulligan here? We got a Snorlax doll and a TM Turbo Energize, but no way for us to search for a Tatsugiri EX. And that's one thing you have to keep in mind if you end up starting with the Snorlax doll. You have to have all three components. You need the TM Turbo Energize as well as Tatsugiri EX. But with all that mulligan, we're going to end up starting with Tatsugiri EX in the active anyways. And our hand looks horrible, guys. Okay, we got a Town Store, and we got nothing with Pokegear 3.0. But that's okay, I think this is manageable. Hopefully our Sparkling Crystal is not prized. There it is. So we search that up with the Town Store, and we're just gonna end our turn. So next turn, we just have to attach an energy to Tatsugiri and start setting up our benched Pokemon. So my opponent will start with the Baby Ogerpon in their active. They have Gimmighoul. Okay, that's a good sign. That means we will survive another turn here. And, you know, there's just so many things that could go wrong with Tatsugiri EX. I don't know, going first, I think is the safest route with Tatsugiri EX. But ideally, going second, if you have all the components, you can actually use Cinnabar Lure as early as your first turn going second. But it really depends. So at least we'll survive here. They're gonna retreat to Gimmighoul. And they're just gonna end their turn? Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna use Surprise Pump and just knock out their Gimmighoul. I don't know why they did that. So we get our first prize. It's a free prize. I mean, if that was me, I would have just left this Ogerpon in the active. We can't knock it out anyways. We're only dealing 100 damage. But yeah, they were probably thinking we were gonna use the Cinnabar Lure attack to set up Pokemon. But no, Tatsugiri EX, I have appreciation for its first attack. Its second one, it's alright. But it is what it is. And my opponent will just end their turn again. Let me use Cinnabar Lure this time. We got 3 Pokemon. Alright, we got Greninja EX, we got a Frostlass, and Reuniclus. And next turn, I'm probably just going to retreat Tatsugiri. Because Reuniclus only loses 1 prize if my opponent knocks it out. And it has basically the same attack as Tatsugiri EX. My opponent also has Duraludon, so this is a combination of Archaludon and Goldango EX, I guess? And they're gonna use TM Evolution, but nothing to evolve, alright. So I'm gonna retreat Tatsugiri EX, use Summoning Gates, and we got 2 more Pokemon. There it is. We got Aegislash and another Greninja EX. But our Aegislash is taking damage from Frostlass, and we don't have Garganacl to counter or cancel out the damage from Frostlass. So slowly but surely, our Aegislash is dying. My opponent evolves into Archaludon, and they have all the energies that they need to power it up. They can start attacking this turn, and they will attach the Amulet of Hope. They have boss orders, and they're going to knock out our Tatsugiri EX with Metal Defender. 220 damage. But that's okay. We have Reuniclus as a backup anyways, so we should be fine. I'm just going to start attacking with Greninja EX, I think. And we got another Crispin. I might as well take advantage of this. I can attach an energy to Greninja EX and then start powering up my Aegislash as well. We got that. I'm going to use Shinobi Blade, deal 170 damage. And yes, we are going to search for a card from our deck. And I think I'm going to go with Xerosic's Machinations, because they have 12 cards in their hand right now. And I'm just going to force my opponent to discard all that card except for 3. So it's, it's going to be very sinister going to our next turn. They have Radiant Greninja, and they're putting a lot of energies in the discard pile. I guess it's ideal, especially if they evolve into Archaludon. They have those energies to accelerate to their Pokemon, and they're starting to set up another Goldango EX lineup here. And it's just so easy to recover energies anyways. They can just get all those energies, and Goldango can take 1-hit knockouts. So they're going to attack our Greninja EX, dealing 220 damage. And let's see here. I can use Xerosic's Machinations for now. And I'm probably just gonna use Town Store to get counter gain. And then I could take double knockouts with Greninja EX. Alright, we got counter gain. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna sacrifice my Greninja. I could take out their Archaludon, but I don't want them to search out 3 cards from their deck. So for now, I think I'm just going to use Mirage Barrage, take out Radiant Greninja as well as Gimme Ghoul. So we got 2 prizes for that at least, you know. It's still 2 prizes. I could have just knocked out their Archaludon, but at least we took out their one-hit attacker. Oko attacker is what it's, I guess, the term you'd use. Because at least Greninja EX will survive an attack from an Archaludon, but not against the Goldango EX. Especially if my opponent can build up energies from their hand. But my opponent is relentless. They have 2 Duraludons on their bench now. And they're going to continue to set up their Gimme Ghoul. We gave up 2 prizes for our Greninja EX, but that's okay. We can take a knockout using Aegislash. And we got Judge, okay. Can energize that, use Judge. Both players draw 4. And I can use Super Rod to get Tatsugiri EX just in case. Get water energies to power up our Greninja EX. And we got Arvin with Pokegear 3.0. Let's see, we got counter gain with Town Store. And I'm just gonna attack here. Hard bashing. Knock out their Archaludon. And with that knockout, that activates their Amulet of Hope. And they can search their deck for up to 3 cards to put in their hand going into their turn. So they could fully set up here. They could have a boss orders, get energies from their bench. I mean, it's possible that they could boss my Greninja EX and just knock it out with Goldango. They can recover energies, things like that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, they could possibly knock out Aegislash. I don't know. They're gonna evolve into Archaludon though. Okay. So at least we're negating their attack. Unless they have a boss's orders. They're gonna evolve into another Archaludon. Okay. Alright, so their active is now fully energized. Goldango is also energized. And they have a boss orders. Okay. They're gonna target Reuniclus. Okay, alright. Very interesting choice. But you know what? That actually removes our setup Pokemon. But you know what? Regardless, they just need 1 more prize to win this game anyways. We got Technical Machine Turbo Energized. I don't want to give them a chance to build up their power maybe with... Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna Turbo Energize Greninja EX here. They can't get through my defenses anyways, unless my opponent has a boss orders. I mean, they can get my Frostlass? Maybe? They can't use counter catchers, because both of us have only 1 prize remaining. The only thing that will make us lose is boss orders. They have 2 in the discard pile already. They just need to target Frostlass. That's gonna win them the game. That's it. I mean, Ogre Capon can also attack, but there's no way for them to energize. They're just gonna pass. Yo, okay. They probably think that we can't get through Archaludon, but we got Greninja EX, guys. We just need to attach an energy here, and thanks to Frostlass dwindling down the HP of my opponent's bench Pokemon, we're just gonna use Mirage Barrage and knock out these two Pokemon to get our last 2 prizes. That was a close game, but we did it, guys. Good game. And that's it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching the Popsicleknight channel, and until next time, please stay safe and have a great day.